We're on Highway 101 going north, crossing Youngs Bay into Astoria. Earlier today, I got to ride on the Tillamook branch in my friend's speeder, and now I'm headed to a campsite along the Columbia River. I'll be in the area of a railroad that ran from Portland to the Pacific as far as Seaside. The line was owned by Spokane, Portland, and Seattle by 1906. SP&S and its successor Burlington Northern owned and operated the line until 1997 when they sold it off to Portland and Western. The following morning, in Rainier, Oregon, I found a local switching a United States Gypsum customer with a unique locomotive rarely found these days. The 3051 is listed on the PNWR roster as an SD40-3. However, it was built and still rides on an SD45 car body. The locomotive was built for the Chicago and Northwestern in 1969. It then changed hands into the Kansas City Southern, where it got its gray paint. The changes the locomotive underwent were internal, not external. For instance, going from a 20-cylinder to a 16-cylinder prime mover. Here at the west end of the plant is a spur used for storage, where the train will pull out cars for spot. Behind these stored cars, USG has covered hoppers and tank cars spotted. I noticed them on the Google Earth view, but can't say for sure what's in them. Maybe somebody here in the comments can tell me. For those model railroaders of you out there, this would make a good candidate for a customer on your layout with the variety of rolling stock one customer can offer in boxcars, tank cars, covered hoppers, and center beams. The tracks west of here are active to Rainier, Oregon, where there's a Georgia Pacific paper mill. Beyond that to Astoria, though the tracks are mostly in place, they're not active for freight service. Being unaware of this crew's on-duty location, hours of service, or where they traveled to, I felt lucky to find them. for center beams. Gypsum is a key component in the production of drywall, of which finished product has been loaded onto these two center beams that are being picked up. The giant bridge overhead links Oregon and Washington, crossing from Rainier to Longview across the Columbia River. The other major industry here at Rainier is the export of logs brought in by rail, loaded at Eugene, Oregon. Trainloads of logs can be found every day running north, up the Oregon Electric and the Willamette Valley, headed here to be exported overseas. This old BN-era station sign says Avon. It would seem the locals' work here at Rainier is completed, as the train departs eastward, however it won't go far. There's lots of track work happening in the St. Helens area. sadly, I didn't get to see the train come through the street trackage of Rainier. It was simply pulling up to shove into a siding and tie up for the day. So that was my first look at the Astoria Line and the operations by the Portland and Western here. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.